Hi everybody, welcome back to Save the Kales. I'm here with my friend Yvonne, and Yvonne is a dear friend, a single mom. She also works for Via of the Lehigh Valley, which is a social service to help people with disabilities in our community. Yvonne, you have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. So what I want to talk to you about first is how you got started in veganism, because you host punk shows at your house, right?
I do.
In the community. And why don't you tell us about the experience you had making breakfast for people who came to stay with you?
Sure. Well, one of the things that I like to do in addition to just like putting these shows on is I like to take it a step further and do a little bit more for the bands by hosting them so they can sleep in my house overnight, and I like to feed them a meal before they go to the next town.
Yeah, who doesn't want that?
Right? So the one morning I made a big spread of bacon and eggs and toast with butter and pancakes that had egg and milk in it, and I served it up to these guys, and they were vegan, and all they could do was drink the orange juice, and I felt like such a really crummy host. So from that point on, I learned how to cook vegan food, and that was like my intro to veganism. Like, I learned how easy it was to substitute and just to prepare these meals for these people, and I did it, and it did take another year for me to actually become vegan, but that was how it started.
Yeah, so you are also a mom, you have two beautiful little kids, and your kids are starting to eat more vegan now too, and you said part of what got you into this was also concern, as most parents are, concerned for their health. So why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, when I first had my kids, I nursed them, and then when they started eating solid foods, like everyone else, we were on a budget. And so when I went to the grocery store, I was more concerned about getting the most food that I could that would last the longest.
Which is not fresh vegetables and fruits all the time, right?
No, absolutely not. My pantry was full, my freezer was full, and my refrigerator and my dining room table was empty. And now my dining room table is full of fresh foods and from local farmers markets and things like that. But back then it wasn't. And I realized that that was probably not the healthiest thing for my family. And so I started buying more fresh foods. And now I buy local fresh foods from farmers markets. And since I became vegan, a lot of my family and friends have had a lot of questions about my food. And I was known for throwing down some awesome home-style meals, and so no one wanted to come over for dinner anymore. And I was like, you know what? We're still gonna eat good, and just bring over some fresh fruits and veggies and stuff, and I will throw down, and you can watch me. So I have these vegan potlucks, but it's mostly people bringing me the items, and I prepare it for them and show them, and then we all eat together.
I love that. Yeah. Oh, so that's so fun.
I also take people to the grocery store too. Like, I've taken about 4 of my friends and family members last week to some local places where they can buy organic things and natural things to cook in the kitchen. And
so you're helping people, not just letting them eat with you, which is of course super fun and what we love to do here, but you're teaching them.
I'm showing them how to do it at home so they can do it themselves. And my phone is full of pictures, text messages from my family and friends of the dinners that they're making at home.
I
saying,
love
like,
that.
So proud, like, look what I made for dinner, and everybody loves it, and it makes me so happy.
That's the best. And you know what I love about what you're doing is that you do so many different forms of activism in all of these ways, right? And I think cooking, as we know here, is definitely a form of activism, and it helps to show people that this stuff isn't hard, and it's really delicious. And so I get to have you eat my food today, so you get a break from cooking. So. Because it's the fall, as you know, best season, we did a kind of fall football food inspired dishes today. So this is a beer and cheese soup.
All right.
And then here we have some buffalo wings with a sriracha apricot sauce.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to get started on this soup, so you can try and tell me what you think.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It tastes so cheesy.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Right. And not only, there's no tofu in it, so that's really good. The creaminess is from beans.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Yeah, it's good, right? Do you want to try the buffalo wings?
Yeah.
All right.
I want one that's covered. And this one's got it looks like it has a piece of apricot on it.
Ooh, there you go. Kind of tangy and spicy. That means a lot coming from a lady who cooks really well herself. So Thank you. I'm so glad you were here, Yvonne, and you do so much in the community, and I love that. So get active, get involved, and join us next time on Save the Kales.